Welcome to another video on my fischertechnik monorail, controlled by or with a robo interface, which is through USB connected to this BeagleBoard Classic running Ubuntu Linux. Connected with an HDMI cable to this monitor, which is now going to stand by. Then this serial cable to a Minicom serial terminal on a laptop, and then this SD card, which serves as a hard drive, and then this USB cable to USB hub. So HDMI, serial cable and USB. And usually that's it. Not now, however, because for several episodes I have been suffering from disconnection with the VNC, virtual network computing, which acts over network. So mostly I have this USB hub and this Wi-Fi connection, which then is inserted into this hub, which is an active hub. It is connected by power adapter. To solve this, I thought it was nice to replace this wireless connector with this USB to Ethernet hub, or actually converter. And there it goes wrong. It is seemingly not connected, but what happens if I connect it to a network? Will it be shown then? So I take the chance connecting it, and then it seemingly doesn't do a thing. This has no lights, unfortunately, so I can't see whether it is connecting or not. And also when I look at the serial terminal, nothing shows up. So for now it's not doing anything. I would like to change that. And if it doesn't work, well, it was a very cheap thing, so then I will reuse this one. For now, I will reboot, and then let me point it here, so you can see whatever happens when I do reboot. For now, I enter the reboot command on the serial terminal. So now the whole system is going to reboot, and then you will see something happen which I usually do not show. The whole screen turns yellow or orange, whatever. Then there are two buttons here that I have to press. And then hopefully it will show something. And I think I've already showed you on screen what on the VNC what happened then. But right now it shows the penguin of Linux, meaning that it starts Linux and then hopefully it is going to do something for the network. But it also says booting system without full network configuration. So I'm afraid I still don't have a network despite this. And then you see this, which I already showed you. Now I have no network or no keyboard or mouse connected, so I can't use this. So it is back to this. And then let's see if I can do something over the network. Most likely I can't. I have to do some setting changes. And if it works, so will I have network? I do not. This network cable is not going to work, so I insert this one. It should be inserted anyway. So right now it has both the USB to Ethernet converter and the wireless link. So the question is, will it work now? And the wireless instantly works. So in order to use the Ethernet converter, I have to do some more, unfortunately. Let's see how I can work it out. So because of the Wi-Fi adapter that now is here, I do have VNC, but this Ethernet to USB converter doesn't do a thing. So what I should do is demessage, and then I see that it is an R, that it is this chip, and it says wireless is not ready. So the question is now which is which, and let me for now ignore the VNC. So it may break, but I want to know if this one, which stands for Realtek, is actually the Ethernet conversion. This is a lot of information that I do not need. But this is USB. Which one is then USB to my own link? And then it is nice to have the package handy, and it says 10 to 100 megabits. Then this is 10 to 100 megabits, so it is then quite nice to think that that is this one. So that would mean that it is working. And then it says this one, which then is the wireless. But the only way to really find out is this one, and this one is just not working. So how do I do that? Let's see if I can do it in this way. This doesn't do anything. Debian menu. Do I have something here? Network. Nothing at all. System administration. Yeah, this is very hard to do in this way. So I should actually do it in a different way, and that means breaking the whole VNC. I didn't prepare anything for this. I just assumed it would work, which it clearly does not, because this is working like a charm. But I can still do something else. Because this one is ETH0. It does recognize it. If I turn it away, if I pull it out, it probably says there's no such thing. Disconnect. And this one probably, oh, it still says that it is there. That is strange. I would have assumed that the 8, oh, now see, this is the new one. ETH0 has disappeared. So it does recognize it. I replug in. And it has ETH0 back. Okay, so I assign some number to it. Let's take 140, or I don't know if it has been taken, but for now let's do it. Not permitted. Then so does this mean it works? No, it has no information. And then ignoring unknown interface. Okay, so this, oh, look at this, it has interface. It has 1040, so that means that I'm now going to interrupt this one, and I'm going to redo this, because this is now no longer 130, this is now 140, and it says it doesn't connect. This is typical. So just experimenting. Should I restart the VNC condition, the VNC program, wherever it is? Oh, here, 1135. Okay, no more VNC. I unplug the Wi-Fi. Restart. Yes. And it can't connect. Oh, that's most unfortunate. Now if I reconnect the Wi-Fi, then it will be 130 and it still works. Or should be working anyway. Yeah. Okay, so I have some work to do before the Ethernet actually does work, unfortunately. So, after these network hassles, which are still unsolved because I'm now using wireless to the VNC and not USB to Ethernet converter, which immediately lost its settings after another reboot. And apart from that, I found out that I made a little configuration mistake, but I could reach from the laptop to the new adapter, so it did work. So why I could not reach the VNC is still unclear. However, this video is still about the monorail. So I have had quite a lot of tests from one side, which is that side, then then some from this side. So now I'm from the middle. I am right in the middle, and what is going to happen? Good question. I modified last time right here. Oops, that's the wrong camera. Right here. And I took away some balancing weight. Any weight that can be removed should be removed. So, and yes, by the way, both cameras, this one and this one, are right now next to each other, so that explains why my hand showed up here. Anyway, let's do the algorithm and see whatever happens. It runs, although shortly, but it runs. Okay, let me give a tap. But it did move shortly, and right now I notice a problem, namely that it is unstable. So I will Ctrl C and start again. Watch how it moves. Or should move anyway. You see it shake. That means that some weight here is necessary. And what you also can see is that this isn't flat. So, what to do? Well, that is a very good question. What to do? What does the diagnosis do? Motor 2. Nothing. Well, you can clearly see how unstable it is. So I'm going to add some elements here and see what or how many elements are necessary to keep the balance. That is a balancing experiment, but unexpected. Right, so now a bit of an experiment. Alright, so this is shaking too much. I am adding one here. And it is still rather shaking. So I'm adding one more. And it looks like I have to add one more. Or not. Let's see. Right, the other direction. So what do I notice? That this one is seemingly not quite alright. Look how it moves. So it looks like there is some friction. Oh wait, I think I know where. Let me put it back a bit. So, how does it go? Alright, let's reverse the speed, or the direction anyway. I have a problem with this one. I have a serious problem with this. I didn't notice before, but it seems like being held back. Look at this movement. It moves a little and stops. But why does it do so? Alright, reverse the speed again. And look at this one. It gets, it rides towards it, and then it stops. So why is that? Do I really need some other construction there? It looks like it. Although this is really flexible. Would I need another kind of rolling mechanism? This is too much of a coincidence. Look here, it moves immediately and then somehow gets stuck, although this is in the direction it is being dragged, which is good. So I'm not quite sure about the reason that it is like this, that it is being held back apparently. If you hear the propellers, it's absolutely full speed and yet not moving. So it must be held back. Oh, and it is still shaking, if you see that. But once again, this absolutely moves. Same thing here, it moves, and it seems like centered around this. So I need to reconsider the construction again. So while this carriage is standing still, the fans are blowing in full speed, as you can see. It is most likely a matter of either just this roller construction with this one. They both have the same idea. And if I do just this, it just rolls and then it's kept back, it stops. So there is a problem that has to be solved. Well, the other problem is, of course, right here, the USB hub with wireless and the USB to Ethernet connection has to be solved, and apart from that things still work yet. Right now the Ubuntu version that runs on the BeagleBoard is a bit outdated, but as long as there are updates I won't have to upgrade it. As a detail, by the way, the Ubuntu version that runs on it is actually a server version which I modified by adding normal software like a desktop and Python, etc. So because of that I can use it as desktop via VNC as well. So I think it's a matter of time before it stops, but we'll see then. And apart from those remarks, this is what it is about, and it isn't very good yet. It runs but held back. And with that I say thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you like. Please do so. And leave a comment if you like. Much appreciated. Then I forgot to mention the extension of this counterweight, but that's just a minor thing. You can also follow me on Twitter. If so, please retweet, like and leave a comment. You can also follow me on Instagram. Please like and leave a comment. Please show your support by making a small donation. Much appreciated. More information in the start of this video and on my website. And you can also become a patron and by a monthly pledge have your name mentioned on my website and with my video. And for some reason it just quits, and it is still the diagnostics running. So let me try to run the original software, my own software. There we go. Which automatically runs that way. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye bye.